Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Weather Center. We stayed with quite a lot of storm clouds blanketing the central and eastern areas, giving us stormy weather in most places. Over the western areas, we had mostly clear skies over the western interior, but we still had quite a bit of fog hanging around the west coast. Now, tonight, we are going to see unsettled weather persisting over the eastern areas of the Northern Cape, extending through central South Africa into the eastern areas and pushing down into parts of KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape. It's going to stay mostly fine for the western interior, but a bit of fog will continue to blanket parts of the west coast. Then on Wednesday, we stay with rain and thunder showers across much of central and eastern South Africa. It's going to be foggy all day along the west coast, and then in the evening, these two cold fronts are going to introduce light rain into the southwest coastline and around the Cape Peninsula. Now tonight, you can expect scattered thunderstorms across the bulk of the interior, and the areas you see the dark shade of blue, but the chance of precipitation is going to be up to 40% in the areas you see the lighter shades of blue. We are expecting light winds again tonight across much of the interior. Northeasterlies are forecast for the Eastern Cape coastal areas, and we're expecting a northerly breeze to set in over the western parts of the Northern Cape, pushing down into the Southern Cape areas. Then on Wednesday, we are expecting a northeasterly for the KZN coastal areas, a westerly breeze around the Cape Peninsula and the South Coast, southwesterlies for the West Coast, and a northwesterly airflow is forecast for the western and central interior. It's going to be chilly once again tonight for Sutherland, with a minimum of just 4 degrees, 15 for Cape Town, the same for Bishop, just a degree warmer in Port Elizabeth, dropping to 16 degrees. It's going to stay rather warm for the KZN coastal areas with low temperatures in the lower 20s. Cooler over the northeastern areas, Johannesburg and Mahikeng dropping to 14 degrees, 13 for Bloemfontein, and a mild 17 is forecast for Upington. It's going to be hot on Wednesday afternoon for the southern interior and across KwaZulu-Natal, where Durban and Pietermaritzburg will warm to around 29 degrees. The same for East London, hotter for Port Elizabeth and Graafrenet, peaking at 32. It's going to be much cooler, however, for Cape Town with a high of just 21, a hot 31 for Upington. Bloemfontein stays at the 25-degree mark. Johannesburg peaks at 24. Highs around 26 are forecast for Pretoria, Mahikeng, as well as Polokwane. Here's looking ahead to your Thursday. We are going to have rain and drizzle extending from Cape Town into the East London area. Thunderstorms are forecast over the eastern half of the country. We end the work week with stormy weather across eastern South Africa. Light rain and drizzle is forecast for George, Port Elizabeth, and East London.